بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن نبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا my brothers in Islam in our 33rd lesson of Arabiyyah Bayna Yadayk, book 1, part 1 of the new version. And we are still at page 6 of the new book. Yesterday, in the last lesson, I spoke about the word akhun and its plural form, ikhwatun and ikhwanun, and both are mentioned in the Quran, and I have mentioned an example for that. Going inshallah to the end of the third line of the first hiwar, the top hiwar. هذا أخي هو مدرس. This is my brother. هو مدرس. He is a teacher. So مدرس, my brothers in Islam, as you can see, the ra has a shadda. And as you can hear, I've pronounced a kasra. مدرس. I haven't said مدرس. مدرس is the one who's been taught. So it's totally different from the word mudarrisun. What I want to emphasize and highlight here is that when you have a shadda, my brothers in Islam, on a letter, a small w, you should write the kasra. When using the kasra with the shadda, you should write the kasra above the letter, but below the shadda. I repeat, when you use a kasra with the shadda, you should write the kasra above the letter because there is a shadda with it. It's coupled with the shadda. You should write the kasra above the letter but below the shadda. And you might see it different in the Quran. You might see that the shadda is above the letter and the kasra below the letter, but that's the Quranic style of writing. That's the Quranic style of writing. The Quranic writing style. But in the daily usage, in writing letters, in corresponding, you use the kasra above the letter when it's joined with the shadda. So mudarrisun, look, you have to emphasize the ra. If you say mudarrisun without sticking to the letter, because you're using a shadda, and when using a shadda you stick to the letter for about 1/2 second. You don't let it go that easy. You say mudarrisun, mudarrisun. Mudarrisun is teacher, my brothers in Islam. لكن نقول, but we say a teacher, في هذه الجملة. In this sentence we say a teacher. Okay, so where did the a comes from? The English a. He's a teacher. Who can explain me this? Where do we get this word from? When we say the English a, he's a student, he's a teacher, he's a Muslim. So the a, where does it come from? Who can explain me that? حرف a, the letter a, the English a, في هذه الجملة, in this sentence, مكتسب is gained, مكتسب is obtained or gained, min, it's obtained from التنكير. مكتسب من التنكير, it's obtained or gained from التنكير. التنكير is the indefinite form. Okay, so there is not the English the, because then it becomes definite. Then it becomes specific. The man, the teacher. Okay, so when it's general, when it's indefinite, what is called التنكير, the indefinite form, وهو عكس التذكير. So, and that is the opposite of التذكير. What is the definite form? Here is where you get the a. So we get the English a if the word is indefinite, if there is no L to C. So if I say, for example, a pen, I say قلم. You see, a pen, قلم. So when using the L, the English a will leave and will go. The pen, القلم. Where is the a? A is gone. القلم, the pen. القلم, الكتاب, the book. So this is how we can. This is the reason behind adding the English a. فائدة, a benefit. In the Arabic language, we have 3 words for teacher. We have 3 words for teacher, and they all mean the same and are used in all stages, in all levels of education. الأول, the first one, مدرس, وهو الذي معنا في الكتاب, and that's the one we have in the book. مدرس. والمؤنث, the feminine form. Who knows? We haven't seen it yet. والمؤنث, the feminine form. مدرسة. الجمع, the plural form. من يعرف, who knows? For the male. للمذكر, الجمع للمذكر. مدرسون. مدرسون. You can hear, when you hear the waw noon at the end, it normally indicates the male plural form. مسلمون, مؤمنون, كافرون. Okay. مدرسون are teachers, male. If you change the waw to an alif, you add the kasra below the noon, مدرسان, then you have 2 teachers, dual form. I've only mentioned the 3 or more, the plural, not the dual. وللمؤنث, what is the plural form for feminine? مدرسات. مدرسات. If you hear the alif open ta, just like when you hear the waw noon after the single form, because it's single form plus waw noon, it gives the male plural. If you hear the alif open ta, then you should straight away think about feminine plural. So, مدرسات are female teachers, 3 or more. مدرساتان, alif noon with the kasra is the dual form. Anyway, it's all extra information. الكلمة الثانية, the second word, what means teacher? من يعرف? Who knows? معلم. معلم, teacher. والمؤنث معلمة. الجمع للمذكر معلمون. والجمع للمؤنث معلمات. الكلمة الثالثة, وهي the third word for teacher, أستاذ. And don't say أستاذ, because zai is another letter in the Arabic language. So how do we make a difference? By getting the tongue out of the mouth, just a little bit, the tip of the tongue. Ustadhun, I can touch it. Ustadhun. If you keep the tongue in the mouth, then 100% you will pronounce it wrongly. And this can be recognized by an Arabic student in the primary school in the first years. He will straight away recognize that you have pronounced it wrongly. With the dhal, always the tip of the tongue goes out. Ustadhun. With this a male teacher. وَالْمُؤَنَّثُ, the feminine form, brothers, ustadatun. Ustadatun. وَالْجَمْعُ, the plural form, لِلْمُذَكَّرِ, this is an exception, as you can see. أَسَاتِذَةُ, there is no waw noon. In each language, not only Arabic, brothers, you know as well, there are exceptions. This is one of them. Asatidatu. Quickly put the tongue out before the last letter, what is a ta marbuta. Asatidatu are male teachers. Is there an exception for the female form, plural? No. Ustadatun, back to normal. Female plural teachers, ustadatun. وقد يكون جمع المدرس. It might be. قد means might, if it's with the present tense, and indeed in the past tense. It means indeed when it's combined with the past tense verb. يكون is present. So it might be that the jama' of mudarris, that the plural of mudarris is mudarrisina. So I have mentioned mudarrisuna, the waw noon, but it might be mudarrisina. لكن هذا خلاف الأصل. This is aside from the root. Yani you will know that every male plural, what is normally waw noon, when you have a preposition before it. Okay, imagine like fi, in, ila, to or towards, li, for or to, ala, on, be with. If you use a preposition, the waw becomes straight away a ya. Okay? So I go to the Muslims. Adhabu ila, I go ila, ila is a preposition, so al-muslimuna becomes now al-muslimina. Likewise, when this plural male form is an object, then likewise the waw becomes a ya. For example, ra'aytu, I saw the Muslims. Ra'aytu al-muslimina. Now the word al-muslimina is an object. What's called maf'ulun bihi in Arabic, and this is something you will learn later on, inshallah. So now الجملة الرابعة, the fourth sentence, أهلا وسهلا, what means welcome. And then we have هذا صديقي. هذا صديقي هو مهندس. هذا صديقي, what means this is my friend, for the male form, male friend. هو مهندس, he is an engineer. So my brothers in Islam, صديق is the root form, because we have deleted the pronoun at the end. What is the my? The ya stands for my, so my friend. And when you learn any word in Arabic, you learn it in its root form, what is without any pronouns. So sadiqun is friend. Wal jam'u, the plural form, is also an exception. Who knows? Asdiqa'u. أصدقاء ممنوع من الصرف, like أساتذة is also ممنوع من الصرف. It's only one dhamma as well. أصدقاء is friends. If I say my friends, أصدقائي. Okay. أصدقائي يعني it will be like this at the end. After the stick, after the stick of the alif, you will get this. Okay? أصدقاء, that's the stick of the alif, up to here, أصدقاء, and then you add this too. That's my friends, plural. So, أصدقاء ممنوع من الصرف is friends, male friends. صديقان are two male friends, صديقان. وهو ممنوع من الصرف because and it's not it's prohibited to have nunation. It's ممنوع من الصرف لأنه اسم because it's a noun منتهٍ that finishes with بألف التأنيث with the alif with the feminine alif الممدودة with the alif stick. ممدودة is the stretched alif. What is the stick? As you can see before the hamza. This is something you will learn later on inshallah. You see all these words are ممنوع من الصرف. All these words are not allowed to have nunation because they end on an alif stick and a hamza after it. فقراء, poor people. It's the plural form of فقير. صحراء, desert. حمراء, red, the red color for the feminine red color. We have male masculine colors and feminine. كرماء are generous people, plural of كريم. سعداء, happy people. سعيد is happy. والجمع سعداء, they are happy. هم سعداء. One more thing, my brothers in Islam. Some people, when they heard the word صديق, صديق is friend, they mix it with another word. They are confused between صديق and صادق, and they're totally different from each other. صادق is not صديق because صادق has an alif after the sad. Look, صادق. صادق, my brothers in Islam, means truthful. هو صادق, he is truthful. وهي صادقة, and she is truthful with the ta marbuta. صادق is truthful. أنا صادق, I'm truthful. الجمع صادقون, the plural. وصادقة, like I said, is the feminine. والجمع, the plural of صادقة, truthful, is صادقات. هن, they are feminine. هن with a short noon without alif, shadda. هن صادقات, they are truthful. هو مهندس, he is an engineer. ومهندس, my brothers in Islam, مهندس is engineer. Its plural is مهندسون, engineer, architect. الجمع مهندسون, this is the plural form for male. The dual form, as you might know now, is مهندسان, alif, noon with a kasra. مهندسون are engineers. والمؤنث, the feminine form, is مهندسة, a female engineer. والجمع, you should know now maybe, is مهندسات, alif open ta. فعند تحويل المذكر, so when changing the المذكر, the male form, the masculine form, إلى المؤنث, to the feminine form, نضع, we put, نضع الفتحة, we put the فتحة, على الحرف الأخير, on the last letter, meaning on the last letter of the male form. ثم نضيف, then we add التاء المربوطة, التاء المربوطة, we add the ta with the فتحة. We add the ta al-marbuta. Okay, so let's practice this with one of the words here. muhandisun. Muhandisun is engineer, and a noun normally always or almost always end on two dhamma, unless you put L before, it's one dhamma. Normally a noun ends on two dhamma unless you put L, and unless it's plural, as you have seen muhandisuna, you have an alif on the noon. Talking just about the single form nouns. So muhandisun is an engineer. How do we make this feminine? Like I've mentioned, you drop the two dhamma on the scene, you change it to an alif, so now it becomes muhandisa, but you're not finished yet, muhandisa, and now you add the ta after the muhandisa, and it becomes now muhandisatun. You put the two dhamma on the ta marbuta. This is how easy you make male to female form. Okay. Likewise, mudarrisun, practice it with mudarrisun. Drop the two dhamma of mudarrisun, put a fatha instead, mudarrisa, and now add the ta marbuta, mudarrisatun, and add, like you have heard, two dhamma on the ta marbuta. Naam. And then we have ahlan wa sahlan, what means welcome. And then we have ma'as salamati, like I said, when using in your daily life, you say ma'as salamah, and the reply is ma'as salamah. Just one moment, brothers. So, ma'a, my brothers in Islam, ma'a means with. Ma'a means with. Ma'a salamati, like I said, you say ma'a salamah, but give it a ha sound, but never write it as a ha. Don't drop the two dhamma of the ta and make it a ha, because by dropping the two dhamma on the ta marbuta, you have written a ha. But when pronouncing it, with the exception that it's with the condition that it's at the end of the line, you say ma'as salamah, you change it in a ha. So ma'a means with. وهناك كلمة أخرى, and there is another word بمعنى, with the meaning with. So we have two words for with, and who knows these two words that means with? We have ma'a and we have also bi. Okay, shayun, tea, shayun bis-sukkari, with sugar. Shayun bil-halibi, qahwatun bil-halibi, coffee with milk. Bi means with and ma'a means with. Especially when you mix something with something, like tea with sugar with tea, and milk with the coffee. When mixing of materials, you use bi. Clear? Ma'a is like you're not mixing. For example, ana ma'a Khalidin, I'm with Khalid. Okay, you're not mixing a body to a body, and that is clear. So ma'a means with, and bi means with. And the effect actually is the same, because bi is a preposition and the word after gets a kasra. Shayun, tea, bil halibi, with the milk. And sukkarun, with sin, sugar. Shayun bis sukkari, bi is a preposition. As for ma'a, this is called mudafun, and the word after is mudafun ilayh. And this is something you'll learn later on, but the effect is the same. After ma you get kasra as well, but you don't call it a preposition. But the effect is one. So after ma is kasra and after bi is kasra. So we have two words for with, that is ma'a and bi. It's all extra information. And ma'a its syntax, when you go into the syntax and the grammar, مع is called in the grammar ظرف مكان. ظرف مكان. What is? An adverb of place. Okay. أنا مع خالد. So it indicates a place. Where are you? I'm with Khalid. An adverb of place. ظرف مكان. مكان means place. كما likewise في هذه العبارة, like in this phrase, مع السلامة. Here it's an adverb of place. وقد يكون مع might be, وقد يكون ظرف زمان. It might be an adverb of time. So مع is either an adverb of place, and it can also be an adverb of time. So we have two types of adverbs. ظرف مكان, a place related adverb, and ظرف زمان, a time related adverb. So depending on the context, look, مثال الأول, the example of the first one, أنا مع خالد, I am with Khalid. This is a place related adverb. والمثال الثاني, the second example, استيقظت, I woke up. استيقظت, I woke up. And this verb we will get inshallah in the future. مع الفجر, I woke up with fajr. So this مع is a time related adverb. Look, because you say, you can ask yourself, when did I wake up? The reply will be with fajr. مع الفجر. So it's time related. And each of them, you can see, has effect upon the next word. Al-Fajri has a kasra. Khalidin has two kasras. Al-Fajri one because of al before. وَالضَّرْفُ دَائِمًا مُضَافٌ. The darf is always, دائما means always, مضاف, it's always added. Meaning the word after will be called the added to, مضاف إليه, and that's why it has a kasra. And you will learn all that later on, inshallah. The word as-salamati, its original status is what? As-salamatu, because nouns end on dhamma in their normal situation. As-salamatu is safety. As-salamatu is security. Okay? Literally, the safety, the security, because there is al with as-salama. And some people mix the word salamatun with something else. And that's why I just want to emphasize وَهُوَ غَيْرُ السَّلَامِ. And it's other than, it's not like, it's unlike as-salam. As-salamu is peace, the peace. So there is a huge difference between salamun, we drop all the L of both words. Salamun is peace, and salamatun is safety or security. Okay. وهذه العبارة عند العرب مثل, and this phrase to the Arabs is مثل is like goodbye. So مع السلامة is just like saying goodbye in English. Yes. English speaking people, they say goodbye. The Arabic speaking people, they make dua, they say with safety, meaning hopefully you will be safe, hopefully you will be secure. Okay, may safety be, may Allah give you safety, may Allah give you security. So the word as-salamatu is very important in Islam. Salamatun means safety and security. So it is Allah who put the safety and security with you. So it's a beautiful dua, and it's a way of saying goodbye. This is like the English goodbye. So when saying, when do I use ma'a salamati, is the same time you use the word goodbye when leaving. So you say that when leaving, you don't say that when you're coming. وَتُقَالُ, it's been said, it's said, now, it's said to لِلْمُفْرَدِ, to the single form, male or female. وَالْمُثَنَّى, and the dual form, it doesn't change, مع السلامة. It's said to the single للمفرد والمثنى in the dual والجمع in the plural وللذكر and to the male وللأنثى to the female. So to all people you say مع السلامة regardless of the gender, single or plural. Now after that we have again مع السلامة in the reply. Badrun said, as in the end of the حوار, مع السلامة. ونستفيد من هذا, and we benefit from this, أننا نستخدم, that we use نفس الرد على عبارة, that we use the same reply, the same response to the عبارة مع السلامة. So you always say it back. So if somebody says مع السلامة, you say مع السلامة. Okay? So somebody say مع السلامة, you say مع السلامة. This is something we benefit from the text. Look, Ahmed says مع السلامة, but they didn't say shukran, thanks. He just said back مع السلامة, and that is what the Arabs say. It doesn't mean that saying shukran is a great mistake. People understand it now. So مع السلامة means with safety, literally, and it's on the same level as goodbye in terms of when to use it. I will stop here inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.